go.
Look at that.
What's up?
Hello. The background looks pretty good.
Not bad.
You can see a little bit of the blue now.
Yeah. We made it work.
We did. Y'all get scared and run away? No, we didn't. We just messed up.
Right.
Because, I mean, we've had a little bit to drink today.
A little bit to drink. We had a long day.
Long day of riding. We rode a lot.
Yes.
That's what she said.
Said it, not me.
Well, I did.
I crashed a snowmobile.
You did. Melinda called it. She called that. You did crash a snowmobile. You didn't hurt yourself though. That's the only thing.
I didn't really crash. I didn't break anything on it.
No, you just kind of. What'd you do? You hit the rut and you
Just kind of like.
You just tipped.
And it flung me about 15 feet.
15 feet?
It was pretty far.
Why? I was in the back.
Yeah. It was maybe like 12 feet.
Were you exaggerating just a little bit?
Maybe just a little bit.
Was it 12 feet?
It was no. I mean, I flew.
It was a lot.
Yeah, Mike even was like, "You tumbled." So, but it was fun. It didn't hurt.
Hi.
Hi.
Don't you worry about us down
Mikey,
here.
how far did I fly when I fell?
Can you
Yeah.
see up my towel? Oh, dude, you did the tumble.
I'm sure they might be able to see it.
Yeah,
The
you got
towel.
it
Yeah.
tilted up.
Damn.
This is gonna be a show.
It's gonna be.
live now.
We're
Huh?
live,
Yeah.
yeah.
No. Actually, no, not live. Yes, we're live. We're live. If you want to come join us, Mikey, let's go.
Wow.
I mean,
I'm dressed in a towel.
Well,
Look,
you
your
look
shoes go
sexy
up.
as fuck, so get your ass down here.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
When was the last time you got to look upstairs at a man?
I don't know, but I am looking up. I'm just hoping y'all have clothes on.
When was the last time you looked up at a man, Josh?
Joel did not have clothes on earlier.
That's true.
Dad's on. My dad's on. Hey, Dad.
All right,
Yeah,
Papa
yeah,
Spence.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Hey, Mikey.
Yeah.
Melinda said to join.
Oh, yeah?
So, yeah.
All right.
Eric, what's up, man? Lawrence said that's what she said already. Melinda said your shirt. You guys, this is awesome. Pew pew, motherfuckers. This is great, right?
Awesome, yeah.
It's a pug. This is a pug of nipple hair. The pug is nipple hair, dude. Look at that shit. It's like a gangsta pug, and it's got
Little armpit hairs.
armpit hairs too. Pew pew, motherfuckers.
What do we-
Damien, what's up, man?
What we got going on in the pregame?
Pregame. Well, okay, hold on. We need to back up about 6 hours.
True.
There, there he is.
The elder statesman.
There he is. There he is. Yeah.
You're supposed to be the elder, wiser
That's
one.
oh.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Are you okay? Like for real? Are you okay? You're good. You're good. Did he just fall? He fell.
I
right?
think he fell.
Yeah. He's still waving. He's still
back there.
on top. Pregame today was started at what? Noon? No, 2. 1?
1.
I'm not sure
It
what
was
time actually.
Somewhere between that.
Yeah. We. It's like a streaker. You know, it's seriously. It's like we're at a ball game right now, and there's a streaker.
That's
running
exactly
around.
what it's
We're
like.
gonna have to have someone run around and.
There we go. All right, so just get used to this the rest of the show.
Okay, forewarning, guys, seriously. We are in the middle of the mountains, in the middle of nowhere, and we are with the entire Rat Pack. There's 9 of us here.
9.
Well, 8 of us
8
now.
have left this morning.
And it's about to be a shit show. Okay, I'm just warning you. People are coming in and out. They're all at the hot tub right now. It's just a matter of time before they come in and completely disrupt the Whiskey and Winning show, which will be a good one, I promise. But we have been pre-gaming since probably 1-ish.
1 o'clock, I think.
I want to ask you a few questions.
I see. What is that movie? What
Ace
is it?
Ventura.
Ace
Ventura.
Yeah. Oh my god. Oh, that is fantastic, man. He's still going. He's just not.
He's not going to stop either.
It's not going to stop. You know, we're just going to have to somehow try to ignore him. I don't know. Unless you want to join us, Mikey. You ready to join us? Listen, we're drinking some old.
So let me give Mikey some credit. We've
Okay.
been sipping a lot of whiskey all week.
We have.
And
Yeah.
Mikey gives this very interesting kind of perspective to like not just tasting notes, but Mikey's like what experience would you drink this whiskey in?
Oh, great. Yeah.
And that's kind of a really cool element that
we don't talk about too much.
Not many people do.
Well, we haven't talked about it on the show.
Yeah,
to this
and so,
point. Yeah.
anyways,
Does it what's the experience that it fits in?
Right, correct.
Rather than this is a good whiskey, bad whiskey.
Can I be devil's advocate here though?
Sure.
I believe that whiskey fits in any experience.
I respect your view and your opinion.
Okay.
However,
I knew this was coming. All right. There he goes. He's gone.
Yeah.
Love you, Mikey.
love you, man.
Okay. So Mikey's gone. He's gonna come back at some point, I'm sure. And wow. Oh boy, that's shorts. Those are shorts. So
those are Steve's, I think.
Somebody's naked. Oh God.
That's Steve.
Why am I looking up? Why are we looking up right now?
I don't
Because
know.
you know that why fucking Steve, Jesus. You know that we're gonna be seeing some naked ass here around somewhere.
I hope not.
I don't even know.
I've met.
Yeah,
Nicole,
because
though.
then you know what? To this point, I've avoided being blocked out by Facebook. But if we see naked Steve ass, totally gonna be
definitely gonna be
censored. What was that, dude?
Nice.
What? Why do they gotta pick on us while we're doing a show? I don't understand.
I don't get it.
I mean, do they think th're cool and stuff?
Probably not, because they're
I
just
don't know.
whatever.
You guys can join us. You don't have to sit here and throw ice at us.
I'm gonna do a little bit more.
You're gonna do a little bit. You're gonna need it. We're gonna need it. Okay, so let's go back to what we were talking about. So we literally have been pre-gaming since what time? 1?
Yep.
We've been pre-gaming since 1,
Mm-hmm.
and we started with some. What did we start with? We started with some rum.
You
Double.
You guys did.
Double.
I did Jack Daniels.
Kay said it's an X-rated whiskey and winning. Probably. Listen, I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm seriously. I swear to God, nobody's sober in this house. Anything goes.
We
okay?
tried.
So
that
if
one.
we suddenly go offline and I have to delete this video, you guys are gonna know why. I pray to God it doesn't get to that point, because we have a really good show tonight, and we're talking about two absolutely incredible whiskeys, 2019 and 2020. Four Roses Small Batch Select.
Limited edition.
Limited edition.
Yes.
Fucking fantastic, dude.
Both are really good.
I-
So you've had the 20.
I've had the 20. You haven't had the 20.
I haven't had the 20, but I've
you
had
have
the
had the
19,
19.
and you haven't had the 19.
I'm excited. I'm not going to lie. I'm
Yes.
really excited, because that 20,
I think it's your
So
favorite
good.
whiskey.
I think it might be.
Yeah.
I think it might be yours after tonight.
After time. Fair enough.
It's fantastic.
We're going to find
man.
out.
Although we did have some George T. Stagg
Yes,
last
right.
night,
Last
which was
night.
a 17 year.
Correct.
And I told you, right? I told you that I would rank that in our top 5, my
Yeah.
top 5.
Yes.
I think it's like overwhelming vanilla flavor, and you're just it's beautiful.
It was really good.
It's freaking fantastic.
The nose was great. The palate on the Stag was great, and it just like full bodied. It never went away. Like we were like we just
We
kept
were enjoying
going.
it.
Yeah, and it took forever to drink like an ounce.
But
of
let's
it.
tell them what we were talking about with the other stuff too. So the other whiskeys that we had were we had Clyde Mace,
Clyde Mace.
which was the 10-year cast strength, and then we had
Magnus Cigar Blend.
Joseph Magnus Cigar Blend. What was the other? Amador 12-year.
Amador 12 year.
And we had Rare Perfection 14-year, and
Woodford Batch Proof.
Woodford Batch Proof, and then the shit, which I brought on purpose, which was the
You tried
most
to-
expensive. I wasn't trying to trick you. I knew what your opinion would be, because I know you.
Mm-hmm.
I knew you would think that this thing is absolute shit, and it was absolute shit. And it's the Whistlepig 18-year.
Yeah.
Such
a
it's just
letdown.
it's a terrible whiskey for the price. I would never buy it again.
If I stumbled upon a bottle for $40, not knowing it was a $400 bottle of whiskey, I would never buy it again for $40, let alone $400.
I wouldn't buy it for $40 either.
I wouldn't buy it for $40.
Actually, I would never buy it again.
Never.
I would rather have Old Tub than that.
Yeah. 2 bottles of Old Tub than that.
2 bottles of Old Tub than that.
Yep. 1000%.
I just think it's trash. I don't understand the whole Whistlepig
But here's the thing.
fascination. What?
I called out. I thought it was the 10-year. I was like, oh, this is Whistlepig 10-year, but it was 18-year.
You called out that it was Whistlepig, yes.
So like instantly knew that was shit. I had never had the 18-year, so I didn't know it was the 18-year.
It didn't taste much different,
No, not
in
at all.
my opinion, than the 10-year.
No.
The rye.
The 10-year.
By the way, there was the 18-year rye,
Mhm.
and it just tasted trash.
Such a
Just
letdown.
trash. But everything else, and I brought that one on purpose because I knew that you wouldn't like it. I was curious your opinion of it.
Mm-hmm.
But I brought all the other ones because I knew you would like them. And guess what?
They were awesome.
All of them were awesome.
I think we struggled, like 3, 4, 5, and 6. We kind of struggled to rank because they were very close.
We did.
I think the top
Yeah.
2 were pretty significant. Like the cigar blend,
God,
hands
dude.
down, was phenomenal.
Carlos, if you're listening, buddy, you and I messed up by eating before we had the cigar blend because when we had it yesterday, 2 nights ago.
2 nights ago.
It was out of this world good. Better than regular Joseph Magnus, in my opinion.
Yep, 1,000%. And then the batch proof, phenomenal.
Woodford Reserve, batch proof. Masters Collection, batch proof.
Mhm.
You can't go wrong with that.
Can't go wrong with that.
Carlos is talking about, what was the one he talked about? He just got the rare or something.
Very fine, rare.
Very fine rare. You've never had that. I've never had it either. So Carlos said that is, I think he said it was better than batch proof.
Wow. Yeah, I got a bottle coming when I get home from this trip. So
You do?
we're gonna find out.
I mean, and you ranked the Woodford Reserve very high.
Mm-hmm.
You ranked the Joseph Magnus #1 though, right?
Correct. The
Yeah.
cigar blend was number 1 for me.
The cigar blend was #1 for me too.
Mm-hmm.
I think that you and I were neck and neck with everything that we ranked. There was one that we flipped, and it was Rare Perfection and what was it the
Rare
Amador?
No, the
Not
Clyde
Amador.
Mays.
Clyde Mays.
Mm-hmm.
No, it wasn't the Clyde Mays because I rated Clyde Mays ahead.
We're
of-
missing one then.
We're missing one.
Rare Perfection, 14-year. Clyde.
Amador, Clyde Mays. What did we have yesterday? What were the 4 that we had yesterday? 'Cause we have 4 whiskeys yesterday. I brought a bunch of whiskeys, guys. Bunch of samples.
Now I'm drawing.
So
a blank.
Clyde Mays.
Mhm.
You know what? I have my phone.
I just remember like 3, 4, and 5 were really close, and we kind of had a couple flip flopped in that, but they were so close it was, pulling hair.
So you got Amador 12, Clyde Mays 10, 1792 foolproof single barrel select.
That was number 5 though,
Yeah.
or 6.
Joseph Magnus cigar, which is #1. And that was it, dude. I mean,
Oh, we had the GTS in there.
the GTS.
Yes.
That's right.
Mhm.
That's right. But I mean, I think you were kind of pleasantly surprised with the Clyde Mays.
I was.
I was too, because I've had that many times, and I think I even told you it's one of those ones where I just keep going back and forth about. I loved it last night.
Mhm. It was just a
loved
fruit bomb last
It's just
night.
a cherry, like
Yeah.
just over. But you said it was like a mixture, just like
Stewed fruits.
right. Like, it's like you just shove them in a freaking
Hot and just, it
just
was
stir
so
them
good.
around, and that's what you get. But you get the cherry
Yeah.
is the
Kind of front runner of the fruits.
front runner for sure.
Yeah.
All of them are good, and I brought all of them on purpose because I knew that you would enjoy them, and they
We
were
did.
fantastic. But yeah, so we've been having a good time here. Obviously, I'm surprised that we haven't had interruptions for the last 5 minutes.
That's been nice.
It's been nice. I'm not gonna listen, guys. I'm just telling you, it's about to get wild. Probably. I mean, these
We
guys
should probably get moving.
Probably get moving, yeah, right. But I'm enjoying this. So right now, we are sipping on some Old Forester. You want to show them what we're sipping on? Some
Yeah,
Old
so
Forester.
Old Forester. This is a barrel strength from a barrel club down in Tampa, Florida. It's kind of a high proof, so it's kind of a tough one to start with.
When we were playing beer pong, I was drinking the shit out of this the other night.
Yes, you were.
It was.
So 134.9 proof. But yeah, just kind of a nice, easy sipper in the cold weather. Doesn't taste like 135 proof.
It doesn't taste like, but you can tell it is.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you could tell.
It's got some kick to it, but it's kind of like a brown, sugary cinnamon.
Brown sugar. That's what I would say. I don't get a whole lot of oak, but I would say, if anything, well, I smell the oak.
Right.
I smell the oak, but I would say brown sugar cinnamon for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's really good, man.
Yeah.
Really. What did you pay for that, by the way?
Like 140.
140.
140.
I would pay this for this again because I think it's a very good, enjoyable sipper for sure.
Yeah.
And I'm spilling shit already. But yeah, hey guys, what's up? We haven't even. This is Whiskey and Winning, episode number 41. As you know,
You have to give a disclaimer.
I do. You know, yeah, we should probably do that right now. Listen, we encourage you to drink with us. Okay, as always, I mean, we want you to drink with us. We want you guys to have a good time, just like we are. We want you to talk about what you're drinking. Please let us know, by the way, in the comments what you're drinking. But you want to do it? Go ahead. Carlos always does it.
You got to be 21 years of age to drink with us.
Just be legal, guys. That's all. Just be legal. That's all we're asking. I don't want to get
21 for Carlos. I think that's how you say it.
I don't even know.
Yeah,
Carlos would say. He's going to fix you probably, I'm assuming. But, I mean, you saw the Carlos. He told me earlier that he got the 2019 Four Roses Small Batch Select for $300, which is...
That's a great price.
I can't believe you freaking found it.
Finding it's the hard part.
It's the hard part.
Yeah.
Wow, I hear them laughing at us. Jeez, here we go. This is just a matter of time. They're up there. They're listening. Yeah, they're listening. Tonight, again, Whiskey and Winning, episode number 41, and we are all about Four Roses Small Batch Select.
Limited edition.
Limited edition. And you guys got to understand something. It's not... Well, you guys know this. Carlos and I are huge fans of Four Roses. You know that we're a huge fan of the single barrel and the small batch select, right?
Correct.
But the limited edition is a whole other ballgame. I'm going to be honest with you. I think I wish they would have named it something different.
Me too. It's kind of confusing.
It's confusing to me.
Sure
because
is.
most people who don't really have a whole lot of knowledge about whiskey, they're like, oh, well, small batch select. Not really. No, actually not at all.
They should just call it limited edition.
They should just call it limited. Four Roses limited edition is a great idea.
Yep.
It's a very rare, right? It's a 10 year, 12 year?
It's a blend.
Both of them are.
Yeah, so
they're blends. Let's talk about what they are first.
Okay, so the 2020,
which is the one that I got.
Correct.
Right.
Is a blend of two different 12-year barrels, a 16-year barrel, and a 19-year barrel.
I wonder what the 19-year barrel is.
What do you mean? Like, proof-wise?
Is it... Oh, so it's a Four Roses barrel?
Yes.
Oh, I thought they were blended. I thought it was a blend. So it's a Four Roses barrel?
Yes.
A 19-year-old?
Yeah. So the cool thing about Four Roses is they have 10 different recipes.
Right.
Like 10 different mash bills that they use. Some have more floral notes, some have more fruit notes, spice, whatever. And so like whenever you get like a single barrel of Four Roses, you'll see on the side of it, it'll say like OBSK or OESK or OBSV or something like that. And that's just representing the mash bill that Four Roses uses. And it's kind of fun to play around with the different mash bills and see which ones you like a little bit better.
Yeah.
Some are sweeter, some are spicier, but this is a blend of 4 different barrels, 12, 16, and 19 years old.
And that's the 2020.
That's the 2020.
What about the 19? So we have 2 of them, guys. We have the 2020 and the...
Let me see here. The
2019. So Brent brought the 2019. I brought the 2020.
So the 19 is a blend of 11, 15, and 21 year bourbons. 21 year. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So a little bit more limited in the sense that it's only 3 barrels compared to 4.
And you can't find these anywhere. I mean, when Carlos texted me and said, "Hey man, I found 2019," I was shocked because I have not seen that anywhere. I mean, they're super hard to find other than the secondary market.
And if you get a bottle of these, on the back it tells you like there was only 1,400 bottles of this made that year or whatever it is. 1,100 bottles of it made. So I mean, 1,100 bottles nationwide is pretty rare.
And they're not cheap. I mean, there's no going around it, guys. These are expensive bottles, very expensive bottals. I paid $350 for mine. What did you pay for that?
$350 for mine.
$350 for yours. Carlos got it for $290, which is insane.
That's a steal.
I mean, it's a freaking steal.
Yeah.
I should have probably got another bottle of that.
If you find it, buy it.
Yeah, if you find this, buy it. And we haven't even talked about it yet. That's the thing. We haven't even talked about it. But I'm so excited about it because I honestly think that this is going to be. I think it's going to be top 3, maybe even number 1 for me. I think after trying this for the first time, I think it might overtake Blanton's Gold, the 2020. I'm curious of the 2019.
Yeah, in my opinion, having had the 2019 before, in my mind, it's already trumped the Blanton's Gold.
Blanton's Gold.
That's just my experience, and that's not a knock on Blanton's Gold. It's just the 19 was phenomenal, and I've heard even better things already about the 2020. So,
Well, I think that if anybody's new watching, they got to understand that we talked about this many times on the trip. We're whiskey snobs.
Whiskey snobs.
I mean, we are super, super, super picky when it comes to our whiskey now.
Yep.
And, when we say Blanton's Gold compared to, you're talking about two of the top freaking whiskeys in the world.
Right.
I mean,
you're splitting hairs.
right. Now we're being really, really freaking picky.
Right.
So, Kay said, so what I want to know is, when is Josh and Carlos going to create their own brand?
Oh.
How can I help? And what the fuck are y'all waiting for? Listen, it's. I would love to, guys. Seriously, I would love to come up with our own brand, but there's a hell of a lot involved with it.
There's a ton.
A lot of stuff involved in it. It's not like I haven't looked it up yet. Trust me, I have. I would love to come out. Seriously, and we've talked about it before. I think that you and I could team up and do something absolutely incredible just because of our knowledge of whiskey. Mm-hmm. But there's a process, man. It's a hell of a process to come up with something that's and finding a good distiller that knows what they're doing, how to age it properly. I mean, we
source it, just all sorts of stuff. There's a lot of logistics.
There's a lot,
yeah,
and it's
one of the cool things. Too. Oh, very expensive.
I mean,
because there's not a lot of margin to screw up. You know what I mean?
Well, you can't.
You can't screw it up.
But you're gonna have to.
With anything that's great,
like
you screw it up a lot at first.
Well, especially with whiskey. I mean, you're gonna have to screw it up to figure out if it's good or not. Because if you and I let's say we created a brand, or we all teamed up, created a brand, and we tried something after 3 years, and we're like, you know what? That's not good.
Right. We got to keep going.
Seriously.
Yeah.
It's very simple to do. Is
one of the cool things that I'm kind of fortunate, and I think a couple of the guys that I know watch the show are a part of as well. So like I'm in a local group called the Central Florida Barrel Pickers, and they have connections with different reps, different distilleries, and things like that. And about every other month, they go and pick a barrel.
Yeah.
Pre-COVID, they would actually go up to Kentucky or wherever the distillery was and pick a barrel. Now the reps or the distilleries send them about 5 to 8 samples, and we get, we kind of each get our turn to pick what barrel we want. So like recently we did like a Smooth Ambler Old Scout pick.
And you had me try that.
Yes, I had you try
Fantastic,
that. Really
dude.
good.
Fantastic whiskey.
We've done like Wild Turkey Kentucky Spirit, and just different single barrels that I kind of, in a way, it's kind of like having your own, because you get to pick it, you get to choose, which barrel out of these 5 or 6, 7 barrels, which is kind of the cheaper way than going through the whole process of everything else involved.
Honestly, and Kay said it right. I think it's your next step. I think that's our next step for sure. Is we're gonna have to go through. We're gonna have to pick a barrel, something. I don't know what brand it would be yet. We'd talk about it, and even you could team up with us and do it.
Yep.
We could figure it out and figure. You know what I would love to do, because Garrison Brothers is actually very close to us. Yeah. I would love to do a barrel pick Garrison Brothers. Oh my God!
Mm-hmm. Like a single barrel.
And you've never even had it. That's crazy shit.
And I think I kept guessing all the samples you brought this week, and I was like, "Is this Garrison Brothers? No. Is this Garrison Brothers?"
See, it's really difficult, because if you had it, you would instantly know that it's nothing like any of those.
Really, it's unique.
Oh, it's the most unique whiskey I've ever tried.
Right.
I mean, by far. Just by far. You can't compare it to anything else.
You'll pick it out of any lineup.
You pick it out.
Yeah.
If I laid 100 samples of whiskey in front of you, you would definitely be able to pick the Garrison Brothers.
Sweet.
That's how different it is.
Yeah. No, I'm looking forward to that.
And what's really interesting about it is a lot of people are kind of put off by it, because they're like, oh, this is so different. Like there's so much charred oak in this freaking whiskey, and you're like, oh, I don't know if I like it, but oh wait, I kind of like it.
It grows on you a little bit.
It's just different. It's just totally different. So I think you're going to enjoy it, man. I don't know about you, but I'm really, really excited about this, because we've been talking about it for, I don't know, a week now, trying this out.
It was kind of weird, because this trip started on a Sunday.
Right.
And so we had to wait 5 days to get to this point.
We did.
We've been waiting.
We've been holding off on the Four Roses limited edition. Let's do the 19th first.
Do 19
Let's do the 19th first.
Okay.
We'll do the 19, then we'll do the 20.
Okay.
just because you've had the 19, I haven't had the 19.
Right.
I've had the 20. I want to see your comparison before and after. Hold on. Oh.
Yeah. You have another glass? Oh.
Mm-hmm.
We have another couple ounces of that too, if we need it.
I can't tell you how excited I am for this.
So yeah, if you go into like Four Roses website, it'll show you like all the different yeast strands and mash bills that they use to make up their 10 different recipes. It's pretty fascinating. I don't think any other distillery has that many different mash bills. Like Buffalo Trace uses 2 different mash bills, I believe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Corey asked where we at. So we're actually in Idaho, believe it or not. We're at a mountain called Schweitzer, which is in a little town. Well, it's outside of a little town called Sandpoint. So we're staying in Sandpoint, literally on the lake in a mansion. I mean, I don't know if you guys can really, you really can't tell from
This place is huge.
from the video here, but it's absolutely incredible. I mean, just freaking incredible. Beautiful.
I think it's one of the best houses we've had on these trips over the years.
I agree, but
Top 2.
I was talking to Steve earlier, Mick, and I said, man, that cabin is definitely
The log cabin?
I think it's better than this.
Me too. It has a more like snow
Cabin-y, yeah, right. I mean,
This is more
Yeah.
modern, but it's
Yeah.
a fun house.
we love this area. I mean, they're super lax too when it
Mhm.
comes to COVID restrictions and stuff. They're really not.
You kind of have the mountain to yourself. Like
Yeah,
there's-
yeah,
It's
they-
never crowded.
No one's really saying anything to us other than today. In that
Yeah.
lodge, that main lodge,
Yeah.
there was a few times where like, hey, you got to pull your mask up or whatever. It's not a big deal. But, you know, we went to how many restaurants, how many bars, and no one said a
Nobody.
damn word to us.
Yeah, they've all been really,
Right.
welcoming and all that.
Yeah, it's been chilled. So, all right. So we are currently drinking some 2019 Four Roses, small batch, select, limited edition. I'm really excited about this. By the way, if you guys haven't had a chance yet, please tag your buddies, okay? Tag your whiskey-loving buddies, because I think we have a good show. I mean, we talk about this all the time. Carlos and I talk about it especially, and we have a good show, and we would love for you guys to follow us and join us as we drink and pretty much talk bullshit. And we do have a club called the Whiskey and Winning Club. All you gotta do is search for it in Facebook and request to be a part of the group. Let us know your favorite whiskey, and we will add you to the group. That's it. So Jacob said, "You're in Idaho. What are the other 3 people going to say?" Yeah, I mean it's a very small area. Right? I mean, there's not a whole lot of people.
A lot of the restaurants are actually closed. We only had like 2 or 3 restaurants to kind of choose from in town.
They were closed.
Yeah, some of them were closed.
Oh, I didn't know that.
The other, like the Chop House that we were.
Was
go
it
to.
permanently because of?
No. Well, yeah, because of COVID.
That sucks. Well, at least we're not in Washington because Washington's is really bad right now.
We had to fly into Spokane, Washington, and we were like starving by the time we got off the airplane, and like we couldn't even go into a restaurant. Like it's drive-through only, right? That one spot.
It is. Well, you can't go into any restaurants.
In
Everything is drive-through.
Yeah.
I mean, we had fast food, which is not normal for me, but we had fast food. It's really good.
It was like our only option.
Okay, so tell me, what do you smell from this? Because this is really throwing me off.
Okay.
Not in a bad way,
Yeah.
because I know what that smells like. It's totally different.
So I'm getting a lot of floral, like rose, but I'm also getting.
But it's a light rose.
It's very light. I get like some like peach.
Is that peach? Is that what I'm smelling?
I think so.
I can't figure. It's a super light fruit,
Mm-hmm.
but I can't figure out what it is. But the rose smell that you normally smell with Four Roses is very subtle.
Very subtle. I'm gonna say this.
God, it's light, dude.
Unfortunately, I also get like a hint, and some people like this. I don't like it. I get like a pine.
Ooh.
Some people love like.
See, I don't get a pine.
You
from
don't get
that.
pine?
I don't get. Pine is a very distinct smell.
Yeah, I'm getting like a woody,
Really?
like not oak, but like a woody something. It might not be pine, but
Oh man, I don't know if it's pine because
it's complex. I'll tell you that.
there's a lot to it.
There's a lot going on because I'm getting like a
You almost get hints of oak. You definitely get hints of oak. But
yeah. It's like like freshly cut wood.
I would agree with that. Yeah, like
Like, you know, like when you like,
right, but with a mix of really light fruit. And I
Light.
think that peach is a good, not as sweet.
no.
You know what I mean? Like peaches are normally pretty sweet. I don't know, man.
Not like
This
a
is
juicy
weird.
peach. Like,
It's weird.
Yeah.
It's a very light fruit note. What would that be?
I don't know, because it's kind of like the peach is blending with the rose a little bit, like
You
the,
get-
the floral.
I love the floral, by
Yeah.
the way, from Four Roses, and that's their typical aroma for sure.
Mhm.
Is the
So it's kind of like the rose and the peach are blending together a little bit, which is a weird combo.
I really enjoy this.
Yeah, it's nice. It's complex.
Really enjoy it.
There's nothing wrong with it by
You
any
get
means.
oak.
Yeah.
You get a light fruit. I'm not exactly sure what it is.
Mm-hmm. All right.
You get a hint of caramel too.
Yeah, it's like a caramel or maybe even like a honey.
Is it honey?
I think it's honey.
Sean said apricot. I'm not sure. See, I don't think so.
We had something the other night that
Yeah.
had a lot of apricot in
It
it.
was
and
way different
It
than
was
this.
different.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's apricot.
Yeah, I don't think it is.
I think it's a much lighter
I think.
fruit.
Have you tasted it? Taste
Not
it.
yet.
Taste it.
I'm just enjoying the
I know.
aroma right now.
Because now that I
This
taste,
is like a $40
I don't want to
shot. All right.
We got two of them.
We do have two.
I don't want to give it away until you have a sip because I'm getting a lot of peach now. Like the peach plays up on the palate in my opinion.
Wow. Wow. Oh. Zach said pear. No,
No, not
because
pear.
we had. What did we have?
It was the Clyde Maids, I think.
Clyde Mays was, or was it?
Yeah, because we were like apples and pears, and like we were in that kind
Something was pears.
Yeah.
That we had the other night.
Yeah.
This is not pears. I would not say it's pears. No.
Mm-mm. I'm getting like peaches with
God,
some
this is
cinnamon, a
amazing,
little bit of like
dude.
spice. Like there's a little bit of like rye spice or baking spice to it. It's layered and it's complex.
It is.
It's
Totally layered.
wow. It's better than I remember because I think Sean's on here. I saw Sean. Sean's my buddy.
Dean's up. Dean's on. What's up, man?
Dean Shackley. Congrats, brother. You know what I'm talking about. What was I gonna say? Oh, I think it's been close to a year since I had this because my buddy Sean and I had it at another friend of ours, Dave's house, and it blew our socks off.
I'm a little nervous, man.
Oh yeah, for the 2020.
It's different. That's really all I can say about it. It's different, and I'm not sure which one I like better now. I can't wait to try the other one.
I think
really
I
can't.
think the mouth feel and like is like really nice on this too. It's like it's full, it's creamy, it's smooth, it's got a nice finish on it.
What's the proof on it? Do you know?
112.6.
See, I would never guess that.
You think lower?
I would say lower.
It's
All right, hold on. Let me.
Go for it.
I haven't given my
full on.
full-on taste notes yet.
Yeah.
Dude, that's bizarre. That changes so much.
Mm-hmm.
You know what's really weird though is I don't get a whole lot of that light fruit in the palate. I get. It starts out instantly it's vanilla to me.
Okay.
Instant vanilla, and then suddenly it kind of gives away to a cinnamon, and the cinnamon just kind of grows and grows, and then it fades a little bit, and the finish is I almost want to say an apricot, dude. I almost want to say an apricot finish, I
think you're spot on as far as like up front. It's just this sweet,
get this
creamy
weird
vanilla. Like, but I still get the peach.
Okay, peach that's my favorite fruit.
Okay.
So this is a difficult.
So you have a high standard.
I
for
got a
peach.
high standard when it comes to peaches. Hold on.
Um,
I'm really trying to get the peach. Let me see if I can
but
find it.
I definitely like that creamy vanilla definitely builds to the cinnamon. I'm not getting the apricot on the finish, but I get a sweeter finish. This is what it's like. It's like sweet vanilla, and then it gets to like
Sweet vanilla.
and then it gets to like right here,
Cinnamon.
the back of your tongue, and cinnamon.
Right.
But then as it goes down and like lingers and burns, it turns back to sweet, but not like a vanilla, like a
Then and the finish is incredibly long.
incredibly long.
I mean,
It's still there. Like I'm still got some in my glass, and it's still just like trickling.
it's amazing.
I really like it.
It's amazing.
I really like it. I wish I could pinpoint that fruit, like
I know.
if I had to put my dime on it,
Peaches.
I'd say peaches,
God,
but
man, I can't find it. I can't.
it's I don't know, man. Like I really like it.
God, I can't get peaches. I can't get it. I don't know. I know what you're saying, but I'm not sure if it's peaches. But I get the vanilla and that cinnamon.
So I just
What's
looked up
really
a review.
cool? What?
That vanilla,
Yeah.
they say vanilla custard. What do you think?
God. You guys are more than welcome to come down and join us.
On my way.
I think it's peaches too.
We know you love peaches.
Kay says she hears the boys outside. No, they're not outside anymore. They're inside, unfortunately. Here they come.
But like it's like I don't know. Here he is.
You think
Here's-
vanilla custard?
That's what the review said.
All right,
I'm
here.
not saying that.
Yo, what is this?
Just take a sip.
Just take a sip and let us.
It
let
smells
us
like
know.
your Axe or it tastes like your Axe
God.
It's
body.
not Axe, it's bod.
Whatever. It's
Wow.
It tastes,
Have you seen the commercial? I want your bod.
whatever.
I don't even think they make that. We talked about this the other night. They don't make.
I stocked up.
What do you
More
smell?
importantly, have you done Joel's hybrid?
Tell everybody what you think. What do you smell? What do you taste? What?
You smell now. It's a whiskey hybrid.
Close your eyes. Get some vanilla. There's a little bit of vanilla.
Yep.
Lemon for sure.
Hold on, bring that over.
Bring it
Steve.
over, show it.
This is what Steve's drinking.
Steve's
This-
talking about lemon.
that's a $1.99 that
Jack.
bums by with your change.
Yeah, right. It's a
That's
traveler.
an $8 bottle with 100% of pleasure.
I don't smell. So you guys said we were talking about caramel, right?
No.
No,
Taste it.
not a lot of
like
caramel.
caramel or.
Do you smell?
I don't.
No.
No.
Uh,
That's rubbish.
Yeah, like massive vanilla.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Like
me too.
huge vanilla.
Right.
Oh my God.
What
Yeah.
about the taste? What do you? Same thing? You drink all that, I'm gonna punch you in your
That's
face.
what you want.
We got an extra couple of those.
Oh, we do have more. He drank it all. Jesus.
Oh my lord.
You 10 minutes a good time.
You better pour me a little bit more of that.
Well, we'll go back to it.
Oh, you want to do? Okay. All right.
So you guys, so does anybody know what this is?
Yes.
Yes, we. We
Oh,
both
you guys know what this is, but nobody else does.
We
Well,
just want
that's
an independent-
That's why we're asking you.
We want an
what,
independent.
what do you?
I think it's good.
It's fantastic.
But the smell is just like, yeah, super vanilla-y.
What about the taste? You get the vanilla on the. So
I think it, but I didn't.
You
get,
didn't taste
I didn't
it?
get that vanilla in the taste. Did you?
yeah, no, we did. So
You
up
did.
front, we got the vanilla that gave to like a cinnamon.
But I also got fruit. Like I got the peaches up front.
Yeah,
got
there's like
the
a.
peaches.
There's a
What was the
there's like a
review?
fruit- there's
you
a
were
fruit
finishing
palette
your
there.
review.
So a dollop of cream, fresh custard, rye spice, vanilla, and honey.
Honey. I smell the honey.
Okay, I could get.
I smell the honey.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, once you start saying those things, it's the same thing with wine. Like once you start saying something and you smell it, then you taste it. Yeah, yeah. It's like very when it comes to that palate aspect of it.
And then the finish is pie crust, rye spice, red hot candies, and a touch of oat.
Dude, rye spice is the most opposite.
Yeah, I don't get any.
That
rye
is the
spice.
worst
But I
review
get the
ever.
red hot candies, like the cinnamon, like the sugary. Sweet.
I get the cinnamon, but it's not like overpowering cinnamon.
No, it's
You know what it
not.
smells like?
What?
It smells like a hot toddy that got cold. That's what
toddy?
a hot toddy because it's whiskey and honey and lemon and it got cold.
You know what? Now
That's
smell
what it smells
that.
like.
Smell that now that's empty.
It smells like a hot toddy that got cold.
You're
Smells
not
like-
wrong.
Smells. Yeah, right.
You're not wrong.
It's-
Thank you very much, people.
It smells like honey.
It's honey.
Yeah. I get a lot of honey now.
Yep.
But I didn't really get it from
when there was stuff
initially,
in
right?
those, yeah.
Okay.
I'll say that it is layered and complex, and I love that. I think we've talked about this before. Like I love two things about whiskey and bourbon. I either want it to be a bomb of whatever it is, like cherry bomb, vanilla bomb, where it just like, stands out. It's amazing. Or I want it so layered and complex, I got to sit here and dissect it for an hour. Right. Like that's what I love about
All right, so
bourbon.
let me ask you this, okay? So we just went through our entire review of the 2019. What would you rate it out of 10?
Out of 10,
So we do this for every show.
yeah, I would give it an 8.7. Maybe
Dude.
an 8.8.
I would absolutely 100% agree with you.
I give it a 7.5.
You would. For that.
You're like the Russian judge over there that never gives anything.
Dude, I'm Russian.
Are you?
Yes.
Exactly my point.
I'm really excited for you to
Okay.
try this.
The
I'm not gonna
2020.
lie.
Here we go.
So we are going to try the 2020. Brendan asked Joel or Josh, is that Joel from 10 rounds? No, this is his lesser half, really.
Different Joel. Joel is Joel from 5 rounds.
Well,
Oh well.
ho.
from Cinco Rundos.
You know what's better than 9 weeks? You know what's better than 9 week control freak? 8 weeks of it.
No,
Oh, what the hell?
What does it mean?
All
Boo
right.
that man.
All right.
Boo that
All
man.
right.
Boo that man.
Boo.
All right, I gotta like really
Brendan,
get into
yes.
this one.
Yes, Brendan, it is that
Yeah.
same Joel. Okay, so,
I'm gonna get it like.
I seriously, this is making
So
me
different.
so happy and excited.
Dude, this is so different already. Like first nose,
Way different.
not even close. I'll have to research and like really dissect like the recipes, like which recipes they used.
Dude, this is, actually, I enjoy the nose on the 2019 better.
Yeah, it's a little bit more complex.
It's stronger.
I think this one's a little bit more straightforward, but it's really good.
It's straightforward.
It's very buttery,
It's buttery.
and it's got like
Same though, vanilla. I get a lot of vanilla from this too.
yeah, I get like a
I'm not getting any fruit, by the way.
I'm not getting no fruit.
no fruit.
I really don't even get floral. I get a little bit of like
See, I would disagree with that.
You get floral.
I get a hint of floral
Okay.
in this one. Not as strong as the 2019, but I get a hint of floral.
Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough. I mean,
Yeah.
there's something else there. It's
There's-
like
A tiny bit of floral.
I get like a little bit of like butterscotch or maple or something. Like it's just buttery.
It's hard. All right.
I'll help you guys again because you guys are
No.
the first one. Sure.
Dude, you're not. I just smell vanilla. I'm really having a hard time getting anything other than.
No, I'm getting
vanilla
like a
here.
maple butterscotch.
Maple too.
Like
oh,
or like-
Jesus.
Wow. Look at the schnoz was all the way down here.
I told you I was Russian.
I know.
Fantastic.
My God.
That smells horrible.
No, it doesn't. You're lying.
He's lying.
Actually, it smells good.
Smells really good.
I'm getting like this like buttery, like maple butterscotch, just like creamy
Maple. I get maple from it.
Yeah, it's like
It's a
Werther's
sweetness.
with
It's a
maple.
It's a sweetness.
Yeah,
there's a
it's
sweetness
sweet.
from it. A maple? You think it's maple?
I think it's like a hint.
I think
of-
it's maple.
I think so. But it's not over.
I would say it's maple. I would say
think
that.
so.
It's a vanilla maple. That's what I'm getting from it, with a hint of floral from.
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting.
Yeah.
I'm really excited.
I think if we had like some Glens or some other glasses, we would get a little bit more on the nose with these glasses. I mean, rocks glasses are a little tough. It's incredibly pleasant. Did I go for it?
Hold on. Time out. I just tried it.
Mm-hmm.
That is not even remotely close to 2019.
No.
It's almost like going from the Old Forester to the Four Roses. That's how different it is.
Okay. I mean, I understand that because the nose is already that.
Let's
different.
see what you think here. Yes, he put his nose on my fucking whiskey. He said, what did he say? Rona police gonna fine you for that nosing. Listen, we're in Idaho. They don't give a shit.
Wow, dude.
Wait, entirely different.
Whoa.
Entirely different?
So, knowing a little bit about Four Roses,
Okay.
if I remember correctly, this has a lot of the OESV in it. I'll have to go back and look. OESV is berries. I get like berry, like if you had like a vanilla bean cheesecake with berries,
Vanilla up front, that
like vanilla bean.
not like a heavy berry,
No,
dude.
it's like fresh, like whipped, like.
You know what? Okay, this might sound really crazy, like really, really bizarre comparing these two. I taste a little bit of a Joseph Magnus in this.
Really? Like a tobacco?
I do.
Okay, I'll have to go back and
do.
get that. I did not get that at all.
I do.
This one I would say is, how do I put it? This one is just like a sweet bomb. Like this thing is really good.
It's a sweet bomb.
It is super sweet, but it's like,
Okay, hold on. It's not a Joseph Magnus. It is a dark cacao flavor,
I can understand that.
like subtle.
You think like my initial
No sweet chocolate.
no. My initial
Okay.
thought was like vanilla bean, right? That's what I said, like vanilla bean cheesecake.
But that's the instant.
Right, but then when you let it sit in your palate, like you press your tongue against the roof of your mouth, that's when the cacao comes out.
Okay, so I will say this. I like this better,
Okay,
but I like the 2019 finish better.
I think that's fair.
This is gone.
Yeah,
I don't have no finish.
the finish is a lot lighter,
It's shorter.
but it's more of a bomb.
There's so much more
Sweetness to it.
everything. Like it's so complex.
Yeah,
Vanilla bean into sweetness. What kind of fruit would you say?
I think it's like a berries, like
berry?
So like I had this dessert.
It's like a tangy berry or a
like blackberries, raspberries. So there's a state we go to Capitol Grill a lot. Allie and I. You guys have Capitol Grill in Dallas, right?
Hell yeah.
So they have a dessert where it's just fresh berries and like this like vanilla bean custard, and that's exactly like if I could pair this with that, it would be.
I feel like I'm chewing on a vanilla bean cheesecake right now.
Yeah.
With the crust part of it.
Yeah.
So that's what it's like. It's like you have the crust or you have the vanilla bean cheesecake, right? And then you get to the crust. There's almost like a graham crackery.
Ooh, that's good. Graham
cacao. It's like it's weird, dude. It's like a graham cracker that kind of gives away to a.
I don't get any spice,
Dude,
and I don't get any floral.
Right, not like the other one.
No.
The
The other one almost had
weird.
like more layers to it, which is like good and bad because it was kind of confusing.
Right.
This one is just. It's like your tongue is salivating. I can keep like my
so good.
tongue keeps like producing. The,
Where's Jake?
where's Jake? Jake from State Farm.
Jake.
But yeah, it's like honestly like I still have like half of my pour in my glass, and my tongue is just like my tongue is oozing with the flavor.
No, I know what you're saying. I 100% agree.
It just
with
like
you,
won't
dude.
leave, but there's no finish. It's all on my tongue.
It's out of this world good. Hey, Tanner, you gotta keep that off, buddy.
But yeah, it's like the flavor like doesn't leave your palate. It doesn't go to the finish, but it doesn't leave your palate. It's like it stays in your cheeks.
It's incredible.
It's really, it's like, dude.
I'm telling you right now. I'm gonna go on a limb.
Okay.
I think this might be my favorite whiskey I've ever
I would
had.
definitely rate it above Blanton's Gold, knowing that that's your favorite.
Yeah.
If I would almost call you like
But you know
crazy
my
if you
you
didn't.
know my second is Woodford's Masters Collection Batch Proof.
I'd rate it above that,
I would too.
and I'd rate it above Blanton's Gold.
Me too.
And Blanton's Gold is a little tricky because they're single barrels. and blah,
I
blah,
would
blah,
rate this
but-
above George T. Stagg, 17.
Yeah,
I would.
The 17.
I really would.
Yeah.
I just there's something about this. Although I will say I think they're very similar, because you're talking about the initial vanilla, but there's something about this that you're right. You're just like, wow, this is really good.
I think what's
Like,
so
really good.
different about the 2020, even compared to any other bourbon I've had, is like most bourbons, the finish lives in your like throat, right? Like it lives like right here and then kind of trickles down. This lives like in your cheeks. It
Yeah.
lives in your tongue, and it
But doesn't go
forever.
away.
It doesn't go away, which is crazy. I've never had that experience.
Me
with
neither.
bourbon.
I've never had this
Where
either.
it's like there's a finish on it, but it's not what you think of a finish.
No, it's like here instead of here.
yeah,
It's the weirdest
it's
shit.
super weird, and it's really. I would almost say that it would even play up even more with.
You know
dessert.
what's crazy? I don't know the proof on this. Do you?
Let's find
Because if I were guessing, I would say this is like an 85 or 90 proof. There's zero burn, zero.
Yeah, I understand that 1,000%. I would have said like 95,
What is it? Do you know?
Mhm.
What is it?
111.
No.
Yeah,
No.
111.3.
It's cool. Yeah.
There he is. Get your fine behind over
Is that
there.
Jake?
Get your fine behind.
Gracious. Hey, you know what? Let's
This
give a
guy.
shout out to this guy. 'cause
This guy is the
now.
man, the myth,
He,
and the
he
legend.
is the man of the hour,
Man of the hour.
man of the
Day,
week,
the man of the trip.
man of the trip. Closed the what was it? $2.8 million property.
We'll round up.
2.7.
Yeah,
Let's round up.
2.8 sounds way better.
Okay.
2.8.
This is the realtor of the world, man. Closed a $2.7
That's facts.
2.7.
million property just a couple
Yes-
days ago.
yesterday morning.
Yesterday, and
Yeah.
we celebrated the shit out of you.
Oh
man.
yeah,
We did.
I couldn't
Well,
move
you-
all after.
you had an entire bottle of
I don't know.
champagne.
It's fantastic.
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 Jake's my wingman, by the way. Like
Yeah.
some of these guys, they really charge hard on the mountain, and like I love that. I'm more of like a cruiser, and Jake and I kind of hang together. He's my wingman.
More of a cruiser.
Yeah, I'm more of a. We already talked about it. You don't have to bring it back
I
up.
saw that thing in your snowmobile ride.
Yeah,
That's beautiful.
I said I was the only one. We already talked about it.
Cruiser.
I wrecked the snowmobile,
You
flew
did.
12 feet.
Did you see the face of the instructors? Like, which one? He got a little bit.
licking the plastic.
Yeah, brand new, first day these snowmobiles have ever been ridden, and I wreck it.
Not
You
even,
did, right?
not even 60 minutes.
I'm gonna go get another
on
drink.
that.
Yes,
And
okay.
I,
Love you,
I will
Jake.
circle back.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
All right.
true.
So listen.
Okay.
We got 5 minutes left. Okay. You rated the 2019 an 8.7. What would you give the 2020? Okay.
I hate you.
I will say this. Never in my life would I have imagined this is 111 proof.
So I'm gonna have to give a caveat on this.
Oh,
I would
man.
give this an 8.75.
8.75.
It is, and here's the thing.
Wow. Okay.
So the 19 is, I think, more complex, but it's also slightly
more complex.
But it's
I-
also slightly confusing. You know, because like I still
Well,
can't
we did.
pinpoint
We
that peach.
whatever that fruit was.
Right.
Right.
And so it's like
You don't get confusing out of this.
No, this is just straight.
It's what it is.
Good. Like, and I like this one better. I like the 2020 just a little bit better because I've never had a finish just like live. Like I still taste it on my tongue.
I'm gonna give this an 8.8.
I was gonna go there, but the finish is just not there.
But
But it is.
No, it is there. It's the most different finish I've ever had
That's
in
true.
my life because it's still
It's
there.
still right here.
It's
in my
still
cheek.
there.
It really is. So it's
But
just.
you're right. The complexity of it is not as in depth as the 2019.
But it's just
For some
sweeter.
whatever reason, the vanilla sweetness, I like this better.
Yeah, I what I really like about it
Yeah.
is it's not as complex as the 19, but there's still some complexity to it in the sense that there's some sort of berry fruit, custard, vanilla, cacao. Like there's still some layers to it. It's just not.
This
like,
is incredible.
just
This is absolutely incredible. We have to finish this now. Okay. Let me ask you this. Okay, you're a whiskey guy like me.
Yeah.
You're a whiskey guy like Carlos. where would you put the 2020 Four Roses in your top
time?
10 or top 5? Or not at all?
No, it's definitely top 10. 1000%. I would probably put it right around number like of my all time. We talked about this.
Yeah.
Michter's 20, E.H. Taylor cured
is
oak,
really good.
Which is really good. Michter's 20,
Right.
E.H. Taylor cured oak, 2013 GTS, 2016 William LaRue. And then like 5 through 8 for me is all kind of like you could split hairs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So where would you put it? where would you rank it? Would you rank it top 5 of yours?
It's
pretty fucking
I
good.
really have to sit down and go through every single like
I think we would.
like
We
between
might have to do that as a show.
5 through like 12 are also jumbled for me, but this is like on the front end of my 5 through 12. Does that make
Really?
sense?
Yeah.
Like I'd probably 5, 6, 7,
So not in top 5,
maybe 5.
maybe 5.
Yeah. There's
Now we know who never should
It's incredible to me.
what are you complaining about now?
Let him go. He doesn't drink whiskey. Let him talk his shit. Over
It could be number 5. Like again, going to like what Mikey always says, right? Like the right setting, the right experience, it could play up to number 5. But a different whiskey in a different setting, might be number 7 or 8, could be number 5.
The one thing with this is when I said
It's-
that Joseph Magnus is
I didn't get the tobacco.
no, it's not that.
Okay.
Now that I have it, it's not that. It's one dimensional.
A little bit.
Like the Joseph Magnus, because the Joseph Magnus is very one dimensional, but it's enjoyable because of that.
Right.
This is the same thing.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
It's phenomenal for what it is.
Better than Joseph Magnus, in my opinion.
Yeah. But there's still just a hint of complexity to it. Like I said, you get a little bit of berries.
You get a little bit of something, yeah.
Yeah.
Have you guys had this? By the way, we're sitting here, you and I are just like having a conversation, not even
Shit.
paying attention what the hell is going on. Have you guys had this? Have you had the
Anybody had any of the Four
No,
Roses
I mean,
limited?
I guess
Oh,
I mean, this is difficult because a lot of people haven't, but have you guys had it?
because I think they started making them in 2013. Four Roses. They started doing
2013.
the limited
Yeah.
editions. Okay, so I'm going back to the 19.
All right, I want to go back to it
Uh,
too. I cleaned it.
oh, you already cleaned it.
Dude, way different.
It's so different.
Way different.
Yeah, I'm gonna Google the
What is
recipe.
it? I mean, how is that even
Okay.
possible?
Well, because Four Roses has 10 different recipes. So
Sean says it's stellar pour, so Sean's had it. This is your buddy, right? Sean's your buddy.
he's had the 19. Sean,
Yeah.
have you had the 20? I know Sean because Sean and I had it at our buddy.
If he had the
David's.
19, not the 20, I'm kind of curious because
So the 19 is, hold on, no, let me make sure this is the 19. Yeah, the
Chris,
ni-
what's up, man?
The 19 is a OESK, an OESV, and an OESV. So that's super weird to me. I think the OESV is more fruit. And then the
I would say it's more fruit. I mean, that's kind of obvious.
Yeah.
19 is definitely more fruit.
yeah, more fruit. And then the 20 is OBSV, OESV, OESK, OBSK.
I will tell you something. I will say this right now. I've never compared two whiskeys that are so different and like them so much the same.
Yeah. That's why I said 8.7, 8.75.
Because going back to this now with the fruit notes, and I don't even know what the fruit is. I honestly don't even know. But it's so different, but it's amazing.
Yeah.
Absolutely freaking amazing.
It's almost like the body of it and the just the juice is good no matter what, and then you just get different hints of different things. I still get peach though.
Listen, guys, if you're ever going to spend money on a whiskey,
I would agree.
the 2019 and 2020 Four Roses Small Batch Select Limited Edition, you cannot go. You just can't go wrong.
No.
I mean, if you're going to spend $400, $300, whatever it is, whatever you find it for,
I know we're running short on time, but we talked about this last night, where it's
God,
like,
man.
okay, would you pay, like, does this whiskey get an extra point because it's 150 versus 400? Like the Whistle Pig, not only is it shit, but it's also $400.
Think about this.
Mm-hmm.
I paid $350 for that. You paid $350 for that. The Whistle Pig is $400.
Never would I ever.
Never in the. If you would have these side by side, you would be disgusted
Mm-hmm. At how
that the Whistle Pig was $400.
and anybody, even a novice, even somebody,
Anybody
new,
new to whiskey,
they would even be
they'd
pissed
say the same damn thing.
about, yeah.
But if you want an incredible whiskey, listen, and you're trying to celebrate your anniversary or your wedding or your birthday or whatever it
Or a
is.
$2.7 million sale.
Yes, $2.7 million sale, motherfucker. Jake is a beast.
Pay up, spend, like,
This, if Jake liked whiskey,
I would
He
find the
doesn't like
only
whiskey.
bottle in Idaho for him tonight.
I would buy this for him in a heartbeat.
Yeah, yeah.
But he doesn't like whiskey.
He doesn't like whiskey. It's just,
I think it's incredible.
it's.
You know what I'm getting a lot of on this too? Right now is oak.
Are you like
Yeah.
on the like right
Yep,
here?
yep.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I'm getting it, again. I think I said it when we first poured it, like fresh cut wood, like
Yeah.
fresh cut oak. Like when you're chopping fire or like.
So this is some of my favorite whiskey I've ever had. I would agree. So Damien said, how much would you pay for those top dollar? Top dollar.
I don't want to inflate the price of.
Well, we have to because I mean they're asking
I
now.
I'd probably pay $600 or $700.
I would pay $600 for this.
Yeah.
I really would.
There's
It's-
not a lot of whiskeys that I've ever paid more
It's
than
that
$600
good.
bucks for. I have some whiskeys that are now worth more than that because of how the values have gone up, but I don't know too many that I've ever paid that much for,
God, this
and I
is
would
so good,
probably
man.
pay $600 for this.
There's nothing wrong with either of these whiskeys.
No,
Either of them.
they're
Have you ever
enjoy-
had the 2017? That's a good question.
I have not.
I haven't
19 and
either.
20 are the only ones I've had of the limited.
Dude, the
edition.
19. Oh my god. So you still think after having this the second time that the 2020 is better by a hair? It's hard to say, right?
Yeah.
Because how do you compare something that's so different, which is insane?
It's insane how different they are, and it's also insane how good they both are. I don't know, man. Like, again,
They're so good.
I think it's the Mikey factor. That's what I'm going to start calling it.
The Mikey factor.
Like,
what is the Mikey factor?
Like, what experience, what setting would you want to have one over the other in?
Yeah, but see, for me, for this one, I don't think there's a setting for this. It's either it's good or it's not good.
No, I agree. But like,
I-
and let me just caveat that real quick.
Right.
The 2020, because it had more of that
What's
vanilla.
up, man? Mitch, what's up, buddy?
Mitch. The 2020 had a little bit more of like the vanilla sweetness where
Good.
it would play well more as like a dessert or like more with a dessert.
Really?
And like maybe with even some champagne or something like that. This, because it has that little bit of oak and that little bit of cinnamon, I think it could play in a different setting,
It's so
like
different.
by a fire pit or
It's so different.
Yeah.
It's so hard to even say. I don't even know.
that would be the only, like if you had a bottle of the 19 and the 20, why would you choose one in a certain setting over the other?
Okay, so if you had the opportunity to buy either or,
Mm-hmm.
which one would you buy? Straight up. No anything. Just straight up.
Oh, I hate you.
I know you do.
Oh my.
I want to hear this. Because this is important.
It is.
Because they
I was
are
gonna say
wondering.
first available, but if
No. Get rid of first available. Straight up, which one would you buy?
I think I'm going with the 20.
I am too.
Yeah. By a air.
I am too. You are right. And I know this sounds really weird. This sounds really weird,
Yeah.
guys. Listen. There's a salivating, like, something. What?
He said I'd buy the 2020.
Brent, what about 20? Yeah. I would
That
too.
that salivating.
I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
But you're right.
It's so like The 2020, I have never had a bourbon just sit in my tongue. God, sometimes it just sounds. But like literally, the
Jake is really excited.
He's
Look
over
at
there
him.
like.
Yeah, he's grinning ear to ear right now.
I've never had a bourbon that like I could push my tongue to the roof of my mouth and I almost get like a whole another sip of it.
It's fantastic.
It's really good. Yeah, the 2020 and I also like that vanilla berry a little bit more than I like the cinnamon, like just natural palate, like my palate. But freak, dude, for being like the same thing yet so different.
I'm seriously surprised because I thought that it would be extremely similar.
Not even close.
Not even remotely close.
If you tried it blind, you would almost think it's two different whiskeys.
Two different distillers.
Brands, yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Because you can't even compare them.
I've probably had 1, 2, 3. I've had 6 out of the last 7 years of GTS, of George C's Tag. I know that's George C's Tag.
So
I would not necessarily say that these automatically have to be Four Roses.
So the 2020 compares to the Stag for me.
With the vanilla?
With the vanilla, but quite frankly, I would prefer that over
the Stag.
But by this much.
Yeah.
Kind of like it's this comparison.
Right.
But now we're comparing top whiskeys of the top whiskeys of the top whiskeys.
Right.
Now,
I mean, you're
we're
splitting
being,
hair.
Yeah.
I mean, you want to talk about being a whiskey snob. Now
we're being an
Now you're
extreme
having
whiskey
to
snob.
expand the decimals a few, like an 8.75924.
Right.
You know?
925 with the 2020.
Right. But no.
I would say I prefer the 2020 because they are similar, dude. There's a weird similarity between the two. I would say the 2020 Four Roses Small Batch Select Limited Edition is a
Would you
tiny
rate
bit better.
both of these above Blanton's Gold?
Yes,
Yeah, me too.
I would.
Me too.
I would. And I'm actually kind of curious, and I'm sure Carlos, he's probably got to work tomorrow.
I hope he
He's probably
cracked
done.
his. I hope he cracked
I
his.
hope he
bottle.
did too, because he's gonna drink this and be like, "Oh my god,
Yeah.
it's absolutely."
And if he
insanely
doesn't, I'm
good.
coming through the camera next time and
Right,
slapping
we're gonna.
him. Yeah.
But I would definitely rate it higher than the Blanton's Gold,
Yep.
which is our number one,
Yep.
of course, and the Woodford Masters Collection.
So we've had probably 12
Wow.
different whiskeys this week.
Yeah.
Between all the samples you brought and the couple that I
Oh,
brought.
are we going there now?
Well, no, I'm just gonna
Oh,
I'm just
so-
gonna give my top 5 for the
All
week.
right, okay. Top 5 of the week.
Four Roses 2020,
100%.
Four Roses 2019,
19, right?
Stag,
Yep.
Magnus, Cigar Blend.
Cigar Blend, which is okay. Let's just talk about that's our number 4.
Yeah.
And it's out of this world good.
Right, dude.
We are so whiskey
So
snobs.
what did we say the other night? We were sitting by the
Oh my
fire back
God.
there, and
Oh
I was
my
like,
God.
tobacco, like sweet pipe tobacco that like your
Right.
grandfather would smoke.
That's what it is sweet pipe to get. Yeah, dude.
and
So
you were
good.
like, yes, that's exactly what it is. It's not cigar, it's like a pipe tobacco.
Right.
Yeah. And then number 5 is the Tuffy.
So we have Rare Perfection,
I would probably go Rare Perfection, Batch Proof, or Clyde Maids.
Batch Proof,
I'd probably go Batch Proof.
Clyde Mace. Ooh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, so we agreed on that. So
Yeah.
Batch Proof, and then Clyde Maze, and then Rare Perfection,
That'd be the top 7.
which is if you would put those top 7 against anything, I mean,
That's a great lineup.
oh, it's an
It's a
incredible,
phenomenal
one.
one.
Oh my god.
Mhm.
I mean,
And I think the surpriser of the whole group,
Clyde Maze.
Clyde Maids. I
agree with you.
Because I've had it before. I had the 10-year. What years was it? 12-year? No, years was a 10-year. I had an 8-year.
I don't even know.
But I was surprised at how good it was.
Fantastic.
Mhm.
I'm just happy that these were
Both awesome.
everything that I've ever wished
I
for.
want to find. We really,
Now you want a 2020, don't you? You're gonna buy one when you get home. I know you will.
when I get home, buy one tonight.
Nah, you're gonna buy. You know what? And I'm gonna buy a 19.
Okay.
Can you find me one?
I will do my best. Let me get on the horn.
Hey, you know, do your thing,
Do my
and I'll
thing.
Venmo you.
Because well, that's what happened, right? I was
Yeah.
like, do you want me to find you one? And like
I'm
a
like,
day and a half
yeah.
later, I found you one.
Well, when I told you, when I sent you that message, when I had it at the Rare Books bar, I said, dude, I think this is one of the best whiskeys I've ever had.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, you want me to find it? I'm like, fuck yeah, find that shit for me. And you found it for me.
Like a day and a half later.
And I would gladly pay $350 again for that.
All
And
day.
I would gladly pay for the 2019
Yeah.
for $350 for that too.
Yep.
And Carlos had it for $300.
We hate you, Carlos, but we love you.
We need to. Carlos, is there more than one, buddy? Is there more than one?
If there's more than one, Carlos, go back tonight and
Yeah,
just buy
just
it.
go buy it.
And if Josh doesn't give you the $300, I will.
I'll give him a tip for it too.
Well, we know.
Just the tip. Where's Jake? He's not even laughing.
He's not even laughing at it. He's so
No,
sensitized
he's
to
too.
it.
He is laughing. Look at
Oh, Jake from State Farm.
Jake from State Farm.
Jake from State Farm.
All right, listen. It's probably.
Oh my gosh, dude, this was super fun.
It was probably some of the best whiskey we've ever had.
We just took 2 whiskeys for like an hour and 13 minutes. 3 whiskeys. We had the Old Forester.
I'm drunk though. Yeah, I mean we've been drinking all day. So, listen.
Sean
Four
says
Roses.
the limited editions.
Limited edition, 2019.
You know what?
2020.
I'm anxious to go back and try to find like a 18, 17, and
Me too. Now I really am curious.
yeah,
I don't even know if you can find them anymore. Can you find them? Probably not.
you could, but you're
maybe
probably gonna
for
pay that
crazy
$600
price.
for. But yeah, if I find one, I'll buy it and then I'll.
I
finish
just
it.
I just can't believe with all the whiskey that I've tried in my life how good it is compared to those things. How good it is. I just can't.
I had it at my buddy Dave's house like a year ago.
Dave Erno?
No,
Oh.
Dave Bailey,
don't know
and
who that is.
we raved about it. And for whatever reason, I think I may have just had a few too many that night. I kind of downplayed it, and I was like, it was really good. I remember it being really good, but like I was like, what do I really remember from that night? And so I kind of downplayed it, and I shouldn't have.
Carlos is still on.
Yes.
Listen, man, before we're going an hour and 15 minutes.
Hold on. What does that mean?
That's what he said.
I know, but to what comment?
Who knows at this point? What do you think? Seriously, what do you think of the 2019? Because he's drinking it right now. What do you think of the 2019 Four Roses Small Batch Select Single Barrel?
Read that comment.
If you lost your wallet at the Magic game.
That's a true story. Because I remember I said I had a few, so I downplayed the Four Roses 2019 because I had a few too many that night.
Oh,
Yeah, I lost my wallet at the Magic.
that's good.
Yeah. But we found it. It was at
Magic.
security.
That sounds
Somebody
really
turned it in. Thank you.
Woo! But we got to know what Carlos. I mean,
Yeah.
Carlos is on here. This is
Carlos, come on, man.
Yeah,
You're
man.
part of the show.
What do you think?
You're the show.
What is your opinion? I seriously, I want to know. What is your opinion of the 2019 Four Roses Small Batch Select Limited Edition? You can't get any more.
I can't get it. Trying.
He hasn't tried it yet. Okay, so no.
Carlos,
we're not gonna find out.
You
We're at the
should have tried it tonight.
Okay,
Carlos, I'll give you $375 for it. Just saying.
he might do that. actually. I'll give him $400.
Oh, well, then there you go. You can put- He's getting like 150. drink half
I
of
want
it.
the 2019. After having this compared to that, it's totally different.
Totally different.
I prefer the 2020, but
Buy
you
it
do
here.
too. Buy a little hair.
Yeah.
Time to go. You guys have a good night.
Woo!
Oh,
You
wow.
guys are lucky you didn't see any naked butts.
That is true. I figured that was happening.
Me too. Oh, that was fun.
Oh, let me end it.